What's up, everybody? It's me, Feather. Welcome back to Get Feathered. It is time for Pisces Deep Dive. We're going to talk about a love situation. It may or may not be your situation today. Like it, share it, subscribe it. Come say hi. Click the live chat button down below. Let me finish setting up this stream. I hope you're all doing well. It's podcast episode 328. 328. We're getting on up there. I love it. Come and say hi. Of course, if you would like to check out my products and services, my master classes, pre-recorded, of course, or to get on my schedule, just go to my website, nourishheallive.com, or click the links that are in the description or pinned at the top of the chat. Of course, thanks for your loving donations. I love and appreciate the thanks that you give me and liking and sharing and hanging out with me. I got a D name coming through. Donald Duck. I don't know. Let's drop it to the reading screen and start pulling some cards. I've got a D name coming through. Donald. Darlene. I got a D name coming through, so I don't know if that's yours or theirs. Where you live, road you live on. I don't know. Don't know. Pisces, come on in. Hey, everybody in the shadows. How you doing? D name. Davidson, I don't know. Darius, Rucker, hopefully. That's awesome. Anyway, what's going on? All right, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. You could be dealing with Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. There's communication coming in from this person. I don't feel like they're rushing in to give you this communication, but there is communication going to be coming in from this person. Ooh. This person has a lot to say. It's almost, I don't know if they betrayed you or if y'all had an argument or a disagreement, if y'all had some sort of painful ending here, but they are coming in to communicate. Tell me what this is. A lot of communication coming in. I've got Pisces. I've got Leo. Never want to let you go. I want to hold you in my arms forever. Yeah. Then what the heck was this Ten of Swords about? This is soulmate, soul bond. You've got history with this person. You may have known them since childhood. You may have children together. They never want to let you go. They do not want to let the Pisces go. They want to hold on to the Pisces. Very strong soul bond here. What would you do if I sang you a song? Would you something and something with me? Oh, what was that show? What was that TV show with Fred Savage back in the day? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song. And I'll try not to sing out of key. What was that? What was that song? What was that with Fred Savage in it? Oh, y'all tell me in the comment section or over here in chat. I don't know what show that's coming through though. So you may have history with this person. You may have a long history with this person. Known them teenage sweethearts, something like that. Topanga. Wasn't that girl's name Topanga? Anyway, what's going on? All right, so you may have gotten divorced or this person did not treat you right. So you may be going through a divorce. You may have gotten divorced. You may be just dealing with somebody who was flirtatious and playful. They could have been married. This person didn't treat you right. This person could be at a distance too. Didn't treat you right, but they can't let you go. They have fond memories of you. They feel like you're a soulmate. I feel like this was a very deeply loving connection at one point, or they wanted that. I don't know if they've ever told you that, but this ended because this person didn't do right by you. There could be distance here. You may not have heard from this person. Some of you are waiting on this person to communicate. Like you've been waiting for this person to come in and say, "Hey, what's up? How you doing?" What really went down here? What really happened here? Too much time on my hands. Too much happened here. A lot of difficulties and challenges happened here. There may have needed to be, somebody may have needed, oh my God. Here we go. I can't speak. This could have simply been too difficult to move. Maybe there was a lot of challenges and difficulties. This person may work a lot. They may have a lot on their plate, so to say. But this could simply be there was just too much going on for this person to actually offer you anything, or the relationship may have become too difficult at some point. Well, communication was definitely a problem to a degree. This person could have legal issues. Or again, they may be married to somebody else, or maybe you are going through a divorce or went through a divorce. Too much difficulties. And I'm also getting something about relocation. Especially if you were at a distance, maybe relocation was too difficult, or living together or moving in together or something was too difficult, something like that. That's not for everybody. What's up, Amanda D? How you doing, baby? Let's move it on down the line. Let's change the decks. I'm getting a change the deck energy. Some of you may be 33 to 53 years old. Some of you may have met this person when you were in your 20s. Again in your 30s, and again in your 50s. That's for some of you. This person takes their sweet ass time. Why is that important? Okay. So this person may be really focused on their finances and growing their finances right now, especially if you know this person lost their job or was having some difficulties keeping a job. They are working on themselves or working on their financial picture. I do like that. And that might have been what has been keeping this person. And now that may have been a problem. They may have been a workaholic, or were working on building themselves or creating something more for themselves. Okay. They may not have felt like they were enough or had enough to offer you at some point. Yeah. For some of you, they financially didn't feel like they were enough or had enough to be with you. Okay. That's fact. Okay. And they may have turned you down, or they may not have had the confidence to be in a connection. And that may have caused some confusion. And right now, it looks like they're just staying in the here and now, just trying to focus on their finances and their goals, their personal goals. I do see them coming in for communication. What is this person more likely going to say? What do they want to bring up? Okay. Oh, you might be getting an apology from this person. Oh, let's just talk about this. There's a renewed cup here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I also have Virgo. I have Gemini. I have Scorpio, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Leo, Pisces, Aries, Leo, or excuse me, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I do have Aries, Leo, Sag. I have everybody. But here's the deal. This person may have been manipulative, or they may have ghosted. Well, the ghost will return. And I believe you're going to be getting an apology. If I feel like this person is going to tell you how they feel. They do not want to break your heart. They do not want to hurt you. They may want to talk about what happened here. You know, why they disappeared, or why they're not showing up, or why they're not efforting, or whatever it may be. It's going to be different from each of you. Why they walked away, possibly. Okay, why they had to turn their back on this connection, or why they've been busy, what they've been doing. And I think a lot of you have been waiting for this person since they walked away or turned their back, or waiting for an apology from this person. You may have let them go emotionally, but some of you are just like, you know, I've been waiting for an apology from this person. It would be nice to have an apology from this person, right? Oh, yeah. You've let this go, and you've had some sort of glow up. You've been taking care of you. You're Empress energy, male or female. You're very nurturing. You're very loving. You're very compassionate. You're very strong. You're very bold. And you're a very powerful manifester. Like, what you want, you get. You know how to make it happen. You know how to work the universe. You know how to work things in your life. But even though you're a very loving, nurturing person, you had to let this person go. Right? Because That's what an Empress does. If somebody doesn't show up, and maybe you were too much for this person. Honestly, maybe you were too much for this person. They may have thought, well, I don't have enough to offer. I don't have enough to offer. Give me just a second. Okay, I just want to make sure my sound was right. Something was just looking off to me. Virgo, Libra, Taurus, Pisces energy. You may have already healed from this person. Let this emotional pain go. It may have been. An Empress is not going to hold on to something that like this. An Empress, male or female, is not going to. They know their worth. They know their value. They know how much they. Excuse me. Honestly, the air is moving. That's on point. You know you don't need anybody else. And this person wasn't showing up for you in some way. They didn't have the courage to show up for you, or they kept things really slow and moving really, really slow, which may have, maybe y'all were one step close to just one step away from the altar. Maybe y'all were about to be married or something. This person may have turned their back on you and walked away. So what I'm really getting here is that you don't need their apology. You don't need them in your life. But it would be nice to hear something from this person. What is this here for? This person... Yeah. So this person does not want to let you go. No. They want to, if they didn't offer you love before, or they didn't tell you how they felt, they do now. They do. Something has changed. I don't know what has changed. Maybe this person has been trying to gain some sort of perspective, taking some time out to really feel what it feels like to be with you, or to really go all in on their own emotions and see what's going on inside of there. This person really wants to come back and like you emotionally satisfy this person. You do. They feel like you're soulmates. They feel like you're meant to be. You may be total opposites, and that might be like what triggers them to think or feel that way. Like, we're totally opposite, but we're meant to be together. You know, we're a great fit. We just work, you know. Something about you just works in their mind, in how they feel. So they're getting over some sort of loss or some sort of regrets or remorse about what happened in the past, and they're coming in to communicate. Okay? So this person may have ghosted. They just may be somebody that ghosts, or they may just keep things to themselves. For instance, if they didn't feel like they were enough for you, or didn't have enough money to provide for you, or a family or something like that, they may have just went on a spiritual sojourn. They may have just went on a walkabout. Okay, you may be in New Zealand or Australia. You could be dealing with a Cancer. Cross watchers, flip it for how it resonates, okay? I see you doing amazing in your life. Your energy is on point. I mean, really. And yeah, this may have been a betrayal. It may have been very painful, whatever happened here, but you may not have even gotten some of you may not have even gotten any word from this person. Like, I haven't heard from them. I don't know how they're doing. I don't even know why they left. That's really what I'm getting. I don't even know why they left. They did. You're like, you know what? Let me pull myself up out of this pit and remember who I am. And you did, or you are. So what are you waiting for now? I gotta tell you something here. This is the wildest thing. Some of you are waiting for, some of you, this has nothing to do with money. I don't think, for who I'm talking to, I don't think money is an object for you. Whether you have a lot of it with the Empress here, or you're well taken care of and provided for by the universe in whatever way. Some of you may not even be focused on financial security, retirement. Like, you just know that you know you're taken care of, or you're just in a good position financially, and you're like, I'm not after the multi-millions. I'm not after, fame and fortune. What you are after is a harmonious love relationship. More than anything, you want to be in love, and you want somebody in love with you. I'm also hearing you want someone to miss you when they're gone. Like, I want to be in a connection, is what I'm hearing Pisces saying. I want a love connection so tight, so loving, that when we're away from each other, I want them to miss me. I want them to miss me. I don't know if this is a person who does or did, but they're coming in regardless. Okay? So maybe during that trip around the world, or whatever they've been doing in their time away, some of you this could have been months, some of you this could have been years, they may have really realized what they were missing out on, how much you really did love them. Because I see mutual love here, I see mutual desire here, and I see a willingness to want to hold on and not let you go. So if they have been missing you, or if they have had some sort of regrets, it looks like they've worked through those things and they're on their way back in to communicate something to you. And I believe that is the questions that you've been asking. Where did you go? Why did you leave? Why did you hurt me? What the fuck happened? I think you're waiting for a 10 of Cups. I don't think it has anything to do with money. I think you are looking for love, and you're ready for a love connection. You're ready to be loved. You want a love so intense that they miss you when they're gone. Like, when they come back home each night or during the day, you get text messages that say, I love you, I miss you, I can't wait to come home. That is fact. That is truth. I love when the universe answers me. That's the universe's yes. The Ace of Swords right there. That is an absolute yes. That's what you're wanting and desiring. Now, do you want that and desire that with this person? I don't think so much. I think you're in such a high vibrational energy where you have already released the pain of this, and it may have taken you months, months, years to release the pain of this. And you are now moving towards the energy of opening up to what the world has for you, what the universe has for you. Some of you may be dating online. Some of you are getting out there and dating, and just, in this energy, you would be attracting all sorts of stuff. You may not know it, but it's going to open up for you very soon, within a couple hours, couple days, couple weeks, very soon. This is very high vibrational energy. Like, you get what you want in this kind of energy. You just got to allow it in. I think you're aligning to what it is you're asking for. And you just want a partnership. You want a friend. You want your best friend. You may consider this person a best friend. I don't know. But I don't think you're waiting for this person anymore. If you were, I don't think you are anymore. You may have waited around a while, but now your energy's getting unsettled. And it's ready to open up to new. It's ready to open up to what it is you're asking for. And that is, more than anything, a loving relationship. Very loving relationship. Very close-knit. Familial kind of deal. You're family, I'm family. We're family. We live together. We love together. We enjoy each other's company. We don't avoid each other. Okay, so a lot of you realize, this is a realization happening with Scorpio. I've got Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and Scorpio energy here. Also Aries. you may have Aries or Scorpio heavily in your chart. I really feel that you've made a decision, and you've made a decision that you may not trust this person, or that they didn't have enough to offer you. You may be realizing that you're looking for a King of Pentacles, male or female, somebody who is responsible, respectful, supportive, and makes wise decisions, not just in life, but in financial area, everything. Can keep a job, can grow something with you, and then wants to be a part of a connection. And I believe that a lot of you are in the process, or you've already made this decision internally, where you are standing up and an empowered kind of energy, where you realize or recognize that this person was not enough for you. They didn't have enough for you. Some of you, they didn't make enough money for you. It's not that you're greedy or needy at all. It's just you realize that this person was not on your level. Not even close. Not even close. This person may have taken from you. They may have allowed you to pay their bills, or to always get you all, maybe always had to pay their bills or give them money or help them out in some way. You're not going to do that anymore. You're not doing that anymore. You're looking for something very rock solid and stable. Something the total opposite of what this was. Okay. So you're telling me yet again that you balanced with the devil. You danced with the devil and you lost. But you really didn't lose. You learned. And you're telling me that you learned how to be strong and loving, that you can have money and love, and that you could be strong and soft and nurturing and loving to self first and then with others. This would have been a learning lesson for a lot of you, where this was an unhealthy or toxic connection. There could have been addictions involved. Some of you may have gotten caught in the trap of physical attraction. Yeah, we do it. We do it. We do it. I'm raising my hand. It happens. But realizing that this person was very emotionally manipulative, or not open emotionally, possibly even emotionally manipulative, with the devil being here, and they were very untrustworthy. So it's like you went back to the drawing board and decided to script something different. Maybe you did script, maybe you have been journaling, but you were determined inside of self to ask for somebody strong and supportive. Somebody that's wise and that can help you make decisions in life. Can you do it on your own? Yeah, doesn't mean you always want to, though, right? So what is this person's most likely next actions? Sheesh. Toward Pisces. Well, this person says they love you, but they're not going to... Yeah. They care about you. They love you, but they're not going to do anything. They're not going to effort. They're not going to balance with you. They've moved on, or they're in the process of moving on. And a lot of you, again, they moved on after a breakup or after some sort of disagreement. So if this person does come in to communicate, I just want you to know that they are still focused heavily on their financial picture, their goals, their personal goals. Okay. If this person does come in to communicate, they do want to come clean about something and express how they feel, and possibly apologize for what they did, which a lot of people don't get that. So that's cool. Or why they did something, to answer a question of yours, basically. But this person will not end up benefiting you in any way. They will end up confusing you, or keeping you as an option, or not prioritizing you, because what their goals are way more important right now than a connection with you. Okay? But I do at least see them communicating to you reaching out, wanting to reconcile or wanting to take you out or wanting to get back together, not get back together so much as maybe want to be friends, have a conversation. It's a very lighthearted conversation. I don't see them doing anything like, first of all, where's the Four of Swords? Where's the Hermit showing that they've done some healing? Where's the balancing of the Temperance, which shows healing between two people? They're not coming back to truly reconcile. It's almost as if this person wants to tell you a truth, speak their mind. You may not like what they have to say. You may not even want to hear from this person. Their apology may be very weak compared to what you were deserving of. But do they care about you? Yeah. But I don't think that you're going to get a physical reconciliation. I don't feel like this person is actually going to effort. This may confuse you more than anything. Like, why would you come back and talk to me? Why would you come back and reconcile with me? Why would you come back and apologize if you're not actually going to be here to benefit a relationship? What's the point of that? Empress energy. Know your worth, know your value, know how to stand up for yourself, and make the right decisions for yourself. That's pretty much all there is to it when it comes to this connection. Yeah, you're fine on your own. This may not be what you're looking for. First of all, here's my thing. You come back in and tell me that you love me, or tell me that we're soulmates and that we're perfect for each other and that we're meant to be together, and explain to me why you've been gone and where you've been and all that shit. But you're not actually going to put in the time and effort to build a relationship. Isn't that why this didn't work out to begin with? They didn't put in the effort. They didn't put in the work. They showed up with the Page of Wands, just playing around, just fuck around energy, or just very immature. Compared to an Empress, what are you doing? What are you playing at? This is a person who hasn't grown, hasn't changed, but they feel like you're their person. Do you want to be? It's up to you on what you do here. All that glitters is not gold, okay? Just because they say the sunshiny shit doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to put in the time and the effort. What was the other one? Time to go. Is it time to let this one go? Really? Because all that glitters is not gold. You have a loyal heart. You have a loving heart. And I believe that there is love here. There's mutual love here for sure. You may feel that spiritual, soulful connection. They may do love you. But if there's no action and there's no effort, or very little action and no effort, how is that benefiting you in the long run? Is that going to make you happy? Is that really going to make you happy? You got to be the one to think about this and come to some sort of conclusion. Is this even a person that you want in your friendship circle, or that you want hanging on to your energy? Because it might be time for a change. All right. Them's the words, them's the messages. That's what I got for you today. Like it, share it, subscribe it. Get on my schedule if you would like a private session with me. I have availability. And, of course, comments, Replay Rockstars. I love reading all of your comments. Drop your comments. And I'm going to be back very soon with an all sign. So stick around. I'll see you soon. Namaste.